Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy and today we are talking about the Triumph of Saint Katherine. A complete awesome model. I say it's a model, it's more like a goddamn work of art. And I mean that like sincerely. It is a work of art. This model is perfect. But you need to be really confident in your building and painting abilities to even pull this model off. That's why I won't ever get this model, because, yeah, it intimidates me, and I don't think there's any shame in saying that, because it is a rather intimidating model to even look at. I mean, not even look at, that doesn't make sense, but even attempt to paint and, build. I mean, building it, I probably could do an alright job, but painting it, forget about it. It's incredible. I love the amount of detail that's gone into this. Like, I know you can use it in game, but I have no idea what the rules are. I really don't know, but I saw this model on the Games Workshop site, and that's why I'm making this video. It's completely blind, and I'm just really impressed by it. It's one of those models that I don't think I've ever seen someone use this model in game, which I really hope the rules for it aren't terrible, but yeah, it's just a really impressive model, and I can see people using this as like a diorama rather than the model they use in game, because it is like the perfect diorama as well. It's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. I love the flame effects. I love the amount of I forgot what they're like incense. I forgot what they're called, but they're like weird cauldrons that you set fire to. I forgot the name of them because I'm a moron, but I just really like the imagery. There's candles everywhere, there's a goblet of fire, there's this sister here who's armed with a sword and shield, which is it's kind of cool, because if you have a look at the shield, it has it's a really cool design. I love the design of the model. I love, like, everything about this model is perfect. Everything about this model is peak 40k, and it makes sense for Sisters. It would make sense for Sisters of Battle to have a model like this. It's just incredible. I mean, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? No. What? Not that. I've played Spec Ops The Line, and I swear to God there's something like this in Spec Ops The Line. Where Captain War... Oh, fuck, I forgot the name of the... Yes, it's the CIA guy that you meet, and he's hanging upside down in the abandoned shopping mall. And you just see a speaker in his mouth. What the flying fuck is that? Like, that is terrifying. Faith in the Emperor. Yeah, you need faith in the Emperor to forget about this. Imagine that flying at you. What the fuck is even that? That's so horrible. Why a cherub? I mean, cherubs are already pretty fucked up in Warhammer anyway. But, that's just some sort of chaos shit I would expect to see from an Iron Warrior. Like, what the fuck is that? That would be perfect for my Redemptionists, if I'm being honest. But, pardon me. But Jesus Christ, that is terrifying. Fuck me. It's got a Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like that creepy baby. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to look at it. It's horrible. Right, we've blotted it out so we can talk about this woman here with all the scrolls. It's still there. I don't like it. It's horrible. But I do like this sister here with all the scrolls. And she sounds like she's either singing a hymn or doing a sermon, which is a religious version of doing your mum. That was a stupid joke. Such a stupid joke. A religious version of the song Doing Your Mum, doing a sermon. Right. So, yeah, let's move on. I do like this sister here with the Goblet of Fire. That is really cool. A lot of this is really cool, and a lot of it I would probably use for Redemptionists. But just bits and pieces like the Goblet of Fire would look really fucking cool for like a deacon to have. And the amount of candles they have, I mean, I hope. I mean, I really hope that there's lots of bits of for the Triumph of Saint Catherine that you can just find on eBay, because there's a lot of pieces that you can probably find. I really do like. I already my brain's abuzz with kit bashing ideas, because I would just snip off the candles of the backpack and put them on like a corridor, or keep the backpack, or you know, there's so many ideas I have. But on its own rights, it's an amazing model. There's another cherub, not as creepy as Speaker Face, but you know, still pretty fucked up. I mean, there's wires everywhere, and yeah, cherubs are really fucking weird. They just are. It's like, right, we need servo skulls, but let's make them into flying, deformed babies of death. Vat-grown babies, so technically they're not even proper baby. Yeah, it's really fucked up. It's incredibly fucked up. Right, so we have the bodyguard lady, sister, sorry, my brain's frazzled. We have this sister here with, what is that? That's a cloak. Oh, I see. For some reason I thought she was holding something, but it's not. She's just wearing a cloak. And I like the, like, just religious iconography everywhere. It is really cool. And this is St. Catherine, which is... I mean, she's seen better days. She is a bit dead, if I'm being honest. It's a weird... It's quite weird that you can use this model in-game, because you're basically using a coffin. I really want to know if there's an option where you can attempt to lob the coffin at someone. It's like, oi, catch this, does D6 mortal wounds. Oh, mate, this model is impressive, and I absolutely love it, but we need to know what the rules are. So, without... I mean, holy shit, there's a lot of bits and bobs. In fact, let's see the bits and bobs. Because there's... all of this. Are cherubs on a separate sprue, or are they tied to something? No, yes they are. They're on separate sprues. That's cool. You can make your own cherubs. That's really cool. And you can use cherubs in Necromunda. So, if anybody's got any spare cherubs, let me know. I really need to use cherubs, because they're really quite good in Necromunda. They're like little bodyguards that just fly at the enemy and peck out their eyes, because cherubs. But they also do some other things with House Cawdor, like generate, not generate faith dice, sorry. You can re-roll faith dice, which is quite nice. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go over the rules. I hope this model is really good in game. I really hope it is. Otherwise, it's just a decent diorama, but it could be really crap in game. So, yeah, you know what? I don't know why I'm hyping this up. Most people don't watch this part of the video anyway. So, if you're watching, thank you. Rules. Yeah, I know how to transition. Shut up. So, these are the rules of the Triumph of St. Catherine, and I've already been through them. It's just that my microphone didn't pick up the recording, so that's fun. I know what's going on, so I'm going to have to do this part really quickly, because I'm fed up. That's it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a bit annoyed that my microphone basically died. Not even halfway through, like, the light was on, so I thought, oh, it's still working. No, not really. It was telling me it wasn't really plugged in properly, because then it started flashing. Which is fun. That's fun, but, you know, really shit recording. So, let's get through it as fast as possible, shall we? So, it's 200 points, power level 11 if you're a nonce, movement 6, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 3, strength toughness 3, 18 wounds, 10 attack, leadership 9, and save over 3. Very nice indeed. The way that the attacks go down goes from 10 to 4, then 2. Why is it like this? I have no fucking clue. Len? Who's Len? I don't know. Do you know a Len? Let me know in the comments if you know a Len. Let's get into the weapons. It has 6 bolt pistols. The Martyr's sword is better than a regular sword. Relic weapons, frag grenades, crack grenades, and your army can only include one of these models. The bolt pistol is a bolt pistol. Nothing special. Range 12, pistol 1, strength 4, damage 1, but you have 6 of them, so that's quite good. Relic, the Martyr's sword is strength plus 3, so strength 6, AP minus 3, and damage 2, meaning it can easily one-shot a Space Marine. When this bearer fights, you make 4 additional attacks with this weapon, but no more than 4 can be made with this weapon. Then you have the relic weapons, which I quite like. Strength plus 2, so strength 5, AP minus 1, damage 1. It isn't as good as the Martyr's sword, but you have a lot of attacks if you manage to charge with all 10. So, you know, you're laughing and you're hitting on 3s and more likely wounding on 3s as well. So, it ain't the worst thing on earth. Frag grenades. We know what frag grenades are. D6, range 6 inches, D6, AP, no AP, strength 3, damage 1, and crack grenades, strength 6, AP minus 1, damage D3. That's the weapons. Now we can get onto the abilities, and my god, there's a lot of them. Oh, it's a bit of an arseache, but let's just start from the top and work our way down. So, you have got a 4-up invulnerable, and each time an attack is made against this unit, subtract 1 from that attack's hit roll. Solemn procession. I can never say that word correctly. I nearly called it solemn prosecution so many times before. This model cannot embark aboard a transport. For the purposes of the Lookout Sir rule and any terrain traits, e.g. dense cover and obscuring, this model is considered to have a wounds characteristic of 9 instead of 18. Basically, for those of you that don't know, it means it can't be shot off the board turn 1, which is incredibly good, because otherwise this model would just be murdered almost instantly. Relics of the Matriarch, it's quite an interesting one. Relics of the Matriarchs, if you've got 10 wounds remaining, or 10 plus wounds remaining, then you get 6 relics, and then as the game goes on and you might lose more wounds, 5 to 9, that relics go down by 4, so only 4 remaining, and then 1 till 4, only 2 relics remain. And you get all of these lovely relics, and my god, there's a lot of them. So, the Fiery Heart aura, every time a core unit is within 6 inches of this model, morale tests taken for that unit are automatically passed. Censor of the Sacred Rose. At the start of each battle round, you gain 1 miracle dice. The Simulacrum of the Ebon Chalice. I pronounced that right, I hope I did anyway. While this enemy unit is within 6 inches of a enemy... Oh, I can't talk, I give up. While an enemy unit is within 6 inches of this model, at the start of your shooting phase, roll 1d6 for that unit, adding 1 to the result of that enemy unit is a Psyker, or if that enemy unit is a Psyker, and adding 1 to the result if that enemy unit has the Chaos keyword. These additions are cumulative. On a 5-up, that enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. That's a lot of mortal wounds you can just put out, because, you know, the Triumph of St. Katherine hates Chaos and hates Psykers. So if you've got a Chaos Psyker, it's dead. Or very dead. It depends if you're lucky with your rolls or not. Pestles of the Bloody Rose. This one is kind of useful. Sort of. Well, it's useful. Sorry, I've now got heartburn. This is the way it goes. I try and rush through things, I get heartburn. I take my time, I get heartburn. Lovely. Anyway, while a friendly core unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time an enemy model in that unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the attack's hit roll. Now, that might sound useful, and it is. However, it provides a lot more buffs, as it's more of a support HQ than it is, getting in there and killing everything. But this one is quite useful. Icon of the Valorous Heart. Oh my god, I hate these pop-ups. Icon of the Valorous Heart. All 6 sacred rites are active for the bearer. This one is just broken as shit, because all 6 of them are active, and there's a lot of them, so you get add 1 to advance rolls and charge rolls for this unit. You get Spirit of the Martyr. For this unit, you get Deny the Witch. You get a Agus of the Emperor, which improves the Deny the Witch test, where if you roll an unmodified result of a 5, or it was greater than the result of the Psychic test, that Deny the Witch test is passed. You get Divine Guidance, where an unmodified wound roll of 6 improves the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. You get the Passion, where an unmodified hit roll of 6 scores 1 additional hit. And you get Light of the Emperor. While this sacred rite is active, you can ignore any and all modifiers to this unit's leadership characteristic. So yeah, all 6 sacred rites are active for the bearer. Very nice indeed. And then you got the Argent Shroud. Once per battle round, before you can perform an act of faith for a friendly Adeptus Sororitas Corps or a friendly Adeptus Sororitas character unit within 6 inches of this model, you can change the value of one miracle dice to a 6 before using that dice for an act of faith. That one is incredibly useful. So, that's it. That's all the rules. Oh, Warlord trait. You can attempt to deny 1 additional psychic power, and which isn't even, the best part about Pure of Will, because you can then add 3 to deny the witch tests. Yeah, this one's a bit overpowered. If you're playing against Grey Knights, adding 3 to deny the witch tests for this Warlord, it's so good. It's so good. This model is really good. And I really hate the fact that when I recorded this, my microphone wasn't working properly. Anyway, I hope this has been useful to you. I'm gonna go now, and just hope that this recording worked, because if not, I am going to cry. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy. Take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now.